Hey, what's up everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new figure review. Today we are looking at Luke Skywalker, Death Star Escape, aka Trash Compactor Luke, aka the Poop Troop. This is a Target exclusive from Star Wars The Black Series. This is part of the 6-inch line. Of course, we have the box we've been getting for years, this time featuring corner damage. No number, because it is an exclusive. There you go. There is the bio. Pause it, read it, do what you will with it. Let's crack this guy open. We're not wasting time here. We're going to look at the accessories, then look at the figure itself. Okay, so taking a look at his accessories, he comes with this little baby communicator that I just dropped, and oh, nice, these small ass accessories. There you go, you can take a look at it. It's painted pretty well for how small it is. Definitely has a little bit of miss right there with some of the white, but holy crap, that is so small. Be careful not to lose that. We also have his blaster right here, which is just regular black plastic. They gave us a little bit of silver this time, which I guess thanks Hasbro. And we also have his helmet here, which is a nice big old poop stain right on it, but the paint apps and the details are really nice. A little bit of a miss there with the actual paint application. You can see the indent of where that's supposed to be, and it's kind of like that on the other side, a little bit better. But again, this is mostly just the same Stormtrooper mold we've seen 47 billion times, so there's not really a whole lot different with that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Luke. Here he is, and you can see that the likeness, I don't know about this one. I think probably the X-Wing pilot Luke, which I'll show them side to side a little later in the video, is probably still the best representation of the photo reel for Mark Hamill. The slick back hair, though, does look really good. Has nice dry brushing in it as well. You can see the different shades of blonde, and the sculpt looks pretty good as well. Pretty good. Again, it's mostly the same Stormtrooper body, although you'll notice that this gap is a little bit lower than normal on a Stormtrooper body because, tee-hee, aren't you a little short for a Stormtrooper? Huh? So that's kind of a funny little nod that the armor fits on Luke a little bit smaller than it would a regular Stormtrooper, and I'll show you an example of that later in the video as well. The nice dirt poop details do look pretty good though. Of course, this is just mostly standard fare. We've seen this Stormtrooper body 47,000 times. He does have weapon storage right here for the blaster, which is nice. And he also has not weapon storage, but little storage for the communicator. So that's also a nice little touch there. And he does have some extra details on the back here that aren't on some Stormtroopers. So the belt is a new belt, but the rest of the figure is the same Stormtrooper we've been seeing for a very long time. So those are the details. Let's take a look at the articulation here. Luke's head can move down a decent amount, but you got to really apply some pressure there. And he can look up a decent amount. Side to side, not really a whole lot there. These shoulders, God, he is stiff. Seems like the armor is definitely getting in the way, although this feels a little bit harder than normal. So I'm just gonna call it there. Shoulders, that's about what you get out of this figure fresh out of the package. The double jointed elbows, of course, work great, like they always have. Of course, the armor gets in the way a little bit. Bicep swivel, we have the hand rotation, and the hand has a hinge, vertical hinge on this hand, and then we get the horizontal hinge on this hand, just like that. Works great. In terms of the chest articulation, he can look back pretty far, can crunch back, but crunching forward is definitely not a thing. You do get some twist out of him, but you got to be careful not to hit all of the extra accessories like this in the back. So not really a whole lot. The legs, oh my God, do move forward ever so slightly. This guy is just so stiff, and of course the thigh cut is still there. Double jointed knees also working pretty dang well. Oh God, and you can see I totally just fucked that plastic up there. So be careful with this guy. With the shorter design, I think they definitely kind of crunched it together a little bit too tight. Foot moves down that far, moves up pretty far as well, and of course has wonderful ankle pivot. So let's go ahead and compare Luke to some other figures. Here he is next to Captain Phasma, the Disney Store exclusive Stormtrooper, which I'll show you right now what I was talking about earlier in the video. You can see he's a little bit bulkier too. You can see the bigger gap on the Disney Store exclusive Stormtrooper. This is more of the standard Stormtrooper, so he's a little bit thicker and the armor fits a little bit lower, which again, really nice reference to the movies, but it definitely does impede some articulation a little bit there. Here he is next to X-Wing pilot Luke. Again, you can see, I'll do a close-up on the photoreal faces. You've got a battle here between Holiday Special Luke and Jake Paul Luke Skywalker. So pick your poison. Which one looks better? I still think X-Wing pilot looks better, but the photoreal is not horrible on this Luke. Here he is next to Mud Trooper Han and Tommy Oliver. And finally, Pizza Spider-Man. All right, so overall, this figure is not bad. It's not great. It's just kind of floating somewhere in the middle. But my Targets in my area notoriously pretty much get one shipment of their exclusives, and then I never see them ever again. So when I walked into Target, I had to pick him up, or else I was risking never seeing him ever again. Not my favorite figure. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I definitely can see why this is an exclusive. Some people will really dig it. Other people, it's a pretty easy skip. So I'm just kind of somewhere in the middle with this figure. Let me know what you guys think of the figure in the comments down below. Did you pick this one up, or are you going to skip out on him? Of course, if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about action figures and all that good stuff here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Nate from Out of the Basement, and I will see you guys next time.